All right, everybody, what's going on? Welcome back. Another episode here. Army Black Knights Season 4. Coming off of last week's loss in the Army-Navy game. It was 17-14. Last second field goal. Did what Navy needed, and they moved to 10-2. We fell to 10-2. Tied where we're at right now. But before we move any further, let's take a look at the conference championship games this week. Of course, we're independent, so we don't got a conference championship, but we'll take a look at these and see how it'll impact my college football playoff chances. CUSA will be New Mexico State, Missouri State, Hawaii, Nevada in the Mountain West Championship. The MAC, Ball State, Ohio. Big 12, UCF, Texas Tech. Southern Miss and Georgia State in the Sun Belt. The SEC is Texas, Louisiana State. Louisiana State, LSU, of course. 12-0 on the year. American Conference Championship. For the first time in the series, it will not go to Navy, of course, because we aren't in that conference anymore. But he's had a stranglehold on the American Conference Championship. It'll either be Tulane or Charlotte, the two teams that really have given us a run for our money in our 3 years there. Michigan, USC in the Big Ten Championship, and then ACC is Clemson and Duke, of course, because it's college football. All right, let's sim past these games and see where it puts us. Please, Lord. Hey, great. We got a 4-star receiver. Awesome. That's just great. We dropped to 15. That's our hopes gone. I'm sure of it. College football playoff brackets. We drop. Fall out of it. And that sucks. That really sucks. Let's take a look at who won those games real quick. I shouldn't have even bothered telling you what the games are. I should have just told you what the results were. New Mexico State over Missouri State, Nevada over Hawaii, Ohio over Ball State, Texas Tech over UCF, Southern Miss over Georgia State, Texas over LSU, no longer undefeated now. Tulane over Charlotte, Michigan over USC, and Clemson, the only undefeated team left, maybe, over Duke. So they're 13-0 on the year. Let's advance once again. See where we are, because we're no longer in the college football playoff, that's for sure. That is for sure. Clemson's quarterback, Chris Denson, 3,700 passing yards, 38 touchdowns. He wins the Heisman this year. And we will play in the LA Bowl against Hawaii. What a meaningful bowl game that is. All right, well, let's go through the rest of the awards. Well, first, let's look at the Heisman winner. Of course, it was Clemson's quarterback, but he was over decent amount of quarterbacks that you should know from real life. Bryce Underwood up there. Who else up there? Juwan Johnson. Kevin Russell. I don't know the runner-up, but whatever. Award winners, let's go. I'm going to fly through these because I want to get through this bowl game. Maxwell's Denson, same with the Walter Camp. Dabo wins the Bear Bryant Coach of the Year trophy. Davey O'Brien is Denson again. Hayden Lowe is the Bednarik and the Nagurski. Jim Thorpe goes to Mason Curtis from Michigan. Darian Jones wins the Walker Running Back Award from Nevada. He had how many yards? From Nevada, 1,200, nearly 1,300 rushing yards, 450 receiving yards. Bolitnikoff goes to C.D. Gill from UAB. Lombardi goes to Lowe from Miami. Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award is Juwan Johnson. Edge rusher is Lowe. Outland Interior Lineman Trophy, Julius Ayu. A redshirt freshman, 93 overall from Alabama. Take him in the draft already. Holy crap. Oh, no. The Mackey Award Does not stay with Army. Thaddeus Times, he did not have as good of a year this year as last year. Only 600 receiving yards, but darn. Goes to Manny Below from Florida State. Sproils is Southern Misses DC. The Dick Butkus goes to linebacker from Clemson. Remington goes to IU. Connor Hawkins wins the Grozo. Ray Guy goes to Oregon State's punter. And the special teams returner is Hawkes Martin. I don't know. From Memphis. Sean Alexander, freshman of the year, goes to Shaquille Marks, the redshirt freshman quarterback from Georgia. He had 4,300 passing yards. Holy crap. Okay. Those are the awards. We'll look at All-Americans. Anybody in the first or second team All-Americans? Nobody on the first team. And nobody on the second team. Do we have a independent? We do have an independent. The all-independent conference teams. Bear Bachmeyer, Jaden Hart, Alex Marshall's there for Navy. Look at all the Notre Dame guys. Holy crap. Don Haywood, Navy center. Alex Vega, their right tackle. Their edge, Nesterwitz. Then we got Joseph Benson, Bryce Horner, and that's all we got on the first team. Jeez, oh man. What about the second team? Joe Lawson's on the second team. Walter Carney's also on the second team. Truman, Times, Whitehart's there. Ricky Bone is there. Streveler, their D tackle. Leo's there. Over Hawkins, jeez. Killian Hennessy's there. Andrew Swinton. Brenton Hooks. What about the freshmen? Holy crap, we got tons of freshmen. I'm not even going to read. I'm just going through them. Elton Watkins, really? Did he have any receptions? He didn't even make a catch. He was just a special teams guy. That just shows that they should not have all conference teams for the independent. Anybody on the freshman All-American team? Because I did not look here. Hey, John Owusu makes a national freshman All-American team. He had 12 tackles for loss. All right. Season stats for the lads, because we just got a bowl game coming. All right. Ethan Washington played in 11 games. Didn't start the year as our starter. Came on later in the season. Again, 1,400, nearly 1,500 passing yards, 18 touchdowns, 4 picks. Rasmussen started the year as our starter. That fell off. He had 400 yards. Lehman came in a little bit. Bergstrom completed a single pass. Rushing, 800 yards and 5 touchdowns for Lawson. Washington, 372 and 4 touchdowns. Self had 5 touchdowns. Rao, Rasmussen both had decent numbers. Keenum, yeah, I mean, you could just see it goes down from there. Horrible year passing the ball, for real. Times down 600 yards, 9 touchdowns. Cotton 500 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bikete 397, 4 touchdowns, and it just goes down from there. Really crappy year passing the ball. We'll look real quick at Navy's stats, and then we might get into the bowl game, I suppose. I mean, I don't know what else there is to do. I should have looked at defensive stats, darn. I'll come back to that. Very unorganized, but I'm trying to get through it. Passing stats, Walter Carney, 2,200 passing yards, 18 touchdowns, 9 picks. A little bit of Mills in there as well. Rushing, Alex Marshall, 800 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns. Walter Carney had 13 rushing touchdowns. My gosh, and 700 yards on the ground. Yates, 503 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns for Ali, the true freshman. Rombo, not as much, but some numbers there. Receiving, Truman led them 500 yards, 5 touchdowns. Cantwell had 6 receiving touchdowns. Clayton was in there, the senior. He had 400 yards and a single receiving touchdown. Down here, Cortez had 4 receiving touchdowns. So of the tight ends, he got the receiving touchdowns. Take a look at their defensive stats. Swinton led them in tackles. He was tied with Hooks. Tackles for loss, Netzerwitz, 25 tackles for loss, 9.5 sacks. Unbelievable. Did they have any touchdowns on defense? They did not. Now I can exit and then go back to stats. Right. And I go to defensive stats. Hearns and Benson led us in tackles. Tackles for loss. Bone was up at the top. He also led us in sacks with 7. We're just not getting to the quarterback very much. But our defense was better this year. Our offense just pretty crap. All right. That's going to do it for this portion. I believe I've covered what I want to cover. I guess we can look at the college football playoff bracket before we get into our bowl game. The 4 teams that will get the bye are number 1 seed Clemson, Michigan's the 2 seed, Texas the 3 seed, LSU the 4 seed, even though they lost. Did they lose? Yeah, they lost the SEC championship, but I guess Texas won it. So, all right, the first round matchups. 5 seeded Notre Dame will play Ohio State. 8-9 game is Texas Tech USC. Georgia's the 11 seed. They will play number 6 Tennessee. Boise State, the 10 seed, will play number 7 Miami. All right, let's get into our LA Bowl against Hawaii. I suppose. I mean, we can look at job offers just for the humor of it. OC, DC, or I could go coach at JMU. That's how I'm valued. Are you kidding me? What's our... We look at coach stats. All time, we are 38-14. And Navy, Andy McClendon is 45-10. Just not quite there, man. Just not quite there. All right, let's get into it. All right, here we go. Game time. Bowl game. LA Bowl against Hawaii. I guess I should try to win just for the sake of it. It's Washington's last game. We don't have that many seniors. I think Benson, Washington, and I think a guy that doesn't play. But I'm going to try to win, I guess. I mean, I was considering putting up stats with Lehman. Because he might start next year. I've said that like 3 years in a row, though. I don't know who my starter is going into next year. I never do. Could be the incoming true freshman for all I know. That's what I thought with Rasmussen this past year, and that changed quickly. Looking at potentially changing my offense going into next year again. I'm going to double-check playing style deal breakers to see how that would be affected, because if that gets affected, I don't know if I'm going to do it. But I really need a change, because I'm too predictable, especially against the user. Why is Lehman in? Why is Lehman in? What's going on with Ethan Washington? Is he just not here anymore? Why did he get... Oh, this all changed whenever I added red shirts. Why does it do that? Why does it do that? I'll never understand why it does that. Whenever you redshirt extra guys, it switches everything up. But it's the bowl game. As long as I have Washington. And why can't Lawson do that against other schools? All right, Washington's back. Last career game he's been Washington. He's done a lot for us over the past. He didn't play any at all season 1, but he played in parts of the past 3 seasons, significantly this year and last year. There we go, Rowell, first down to the 41. Set your feet, gauge, first down. Don't get too much of gauge in the pass game, but we got him there. And that's what I tried to do against Navy. Dive down. Except these. Literally screw these. Awesome, just a yard there now. Second and 9 from the 18. Times, yep. Touchdown. Is that his 10th on the year? Didn't win the Mackey Award again, but our passing numbers were way down. Our offensive total yards through the pit. All-time lows for the series. Our defense would be cool if you don't suck this game, except I'm really worried about it because that Mike Alejandro, Mike Alejandro, I watched him play live. It might have been one of the very first games of this year's college football season. But he puts up numbers in this game. He puts up serious numbers, so I don't know why I'm sitting here acting like this is not going to be a challenge for our defense in particular. Because Alejandro puts up serious numbers in this game. I think it has something to do with Hawaii's offense, but I don't know. It'd be nice if they weren't a no-huddle team, because I'm already started conservative clock. I'm trying to shrink the game time as much as possible. But they're playing this like it's a Super Bowl. I get that it's at SoFi, but like, it ain't the Super Bowl. Another handoff. There we go. Bone and I don't know who that is. 31. Oh, it's Hearns. How do I not know Hearns is 31? How does he get rid of that? We got 3 or 4 guys in pressure right in his face. We just do not get sacks very much. Should have fired my OC and DC, even though we were top 10 in the country this year. There we go. Delayed handoff, goes to the lead option. We will force a punt. We're not going to force it. Why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me? 5 wide, sort of. There we go. Defense gets a stop, turnover on downs. Thank you. Bulleted, whatever. Slung one up the middle of the field on the post, but we get 2 yards from Lawson there. It's not good. Just not good. Lawson, first down to 39. Bikete cooked him on the route, had just enough time to get him the ball. There we go, Lawson cut outside, not quite. 9 yards there, down to 13 already. There we go, Cotton, touchdown, again. 14-0 lead already. Why is it that whenever we play the user versus user game, that ends the first quarter, that every other opponent is just the easiest thing in the world? Lots of brain activity there. 14-0 to end the first quarter. I'm tempted to take Washington out already. I don't know. I mean, should I? I've seen Lehman play. I've played with Lehman. I Anyway. Okay, here we go. Start of the second quarter, up 14-0. Back on defense. Alejado and the Hawaii offense is going to cook us likely. I don't know why it sounds so hopeless whenever we force a turnover on downs around midfield last time, but why are you so slow? I wasn't really sprinting here, but like, absolutely just hooks me. Get there, Owusu. Hit him as he threw, and the tight end makes it. First and 10 from the 24. No time finish. Make it 10. Thank you. Only 1 yard though. Wow. Second and 9 from the 23. Go, we got a guy, a couple guys even. Second goal from the 5. Let's go, Hennessy. Third and goal from the 6. Can we do it one more time? 2 more times even. I'm just asking for once right now. Short. Fourth and goal from the 4. They're going to go for it, yeah. Considering our lead. How does he hang on? Please tell me it's a hold. Lost it down? Yes, it is. Lost it down. Let's go. Illegal touching. And we get the ball at the 4, up 14-0. That was pretty huge. We go Lawson. Shifty. Cuts through the gap. 9 yards. Barely gets the ball there, but we could take first down. Breaks off that tackle. Holy crap, should have been in the backfield, but we get 2 yards on it. What do we got here? Bukate maybe. That would have been a wild catch. Would have been a wild catch. Cut in. First down. Let's go. Couldn't hurry up. Over top, but no dice. Back to the ground. Here we go, Rao. What a run! Across the 50 to the 44. Self nowhere. That's right. Self is the other senior. going to take us to 2-minute warning. I will get one extra play in. Why not? Cotton, first down. 2-minute warning here in the first half. Spin for what? Break off those tackles, man, and you're in. Another first down to the 17 this time. Thaddeus Times, does he have the corner? Spin around to the 6. Another first down. We'll take a timeout. Times inactive, of course. 2nd and goal from the 6. Easy, nearly untouched. Joe Lawson rushes it in for another score. 21-0. Can we not let him score here, please? That'd be so huge. Head end leak. Good tackle, though. Just 2 yards. Third and 5. They're taking their 2nd timeout. Get a stop. I trust Ooch. I had no reason to trust him. First down Hawaii. Wow. Why is he so wide open? Why was he so wide open? He's got 173 passing yards already. He can still come back down and score a touchdown to re-give us a 3-touchdown lead. Let's get after it. 53 seconds, 3 timeouts. Got every chance in the world. We'll have that be... That should be our first timeout. 45 seconds left. What do we like? What do we like? How do we like it? What do we like? How do we like it? Times across the middle. There's a first down, and now we can go. Run around them. Here we go, all the way to the 37. Here we go. Washington kind of missed those scrambles, man. They're the only quarterback for us, aside from Ellis year 1, that's really been able to do that consistently. Let's Call timeouts. We can at least get 3 here. Save that last timeout, hopefully. Get outside. No idea if he got the... He didn't get out of bounds. Hurry. I guess we just have to get 3. If I stayed outside, that might have been a touchdown, but I was a little bit worried about the field goal being still from the left hash anyway. So bad at these from an angle, but we do get that one. 24-7. 1 second left. Let's just squibber down there. All right, here we go. Start of the second half. We're up 24-7 over Hawaii. Get a stop here, and we can really put them away with another score. But getting a stop is quite the ask. And he's going to scramble. Look how fast he is. When I watched it, it was the first game of the season for him. He was banged up. He could barely move, but they had him out there because he was their only hope. And he was hobbling on one foot the entire game. I don't remember who they were playing. They're already to the 40. So much for getting stopped. Handoff. Why are they so much faster this half? Well, that's pathetic. That should not be a completion. Handoff, touchdown. Yeah. It sucked. Not a good start to the second half. 24-14. Six of 9 left here in the third. All right, well, 10-point lead. We got to keep it rolling. Good times. He's hurt. So is Joe Lawson. My best 2 offensive weapons in the same play. Both hurt. Cotton's not on the field either. Starting to bring an extra guy out. Pass the ball, run game. With Rao. Hold that block if you could tell you that's a first down or a touchdown. I mean, it is a first down. It would have been a touchdown. Spins off a couple. Decent run there, Self. Tried to slide down, but first down. What's going on? Are they replaying it or what? Is he down? I don't really care if he was down or not. I just care if I have the ball. All right, 2nd and 9 from the 38s. Leaping linebacker, 3rd and 9. Got rid of it barely. 4th and 2 from the 31. What do we got? What do we got? Here we go, Bikate. First down to the 17-yard line. Yes, sir. What are we doing? Gage, first down. All right, they're offsides. I'm just going to throw a... Whoa, whoa, whoa! They freaking reappeared back onsides. That's the offside glitch that we always get. And of course I audible or hot route him, and it disappears. He just spawns back on the other side of the line of scrimmage. That'll take us to the end of the 3rd. 24-14 lead. I'd love to score a touchdown here, but we'll see. Second and goal from the 3. Let's run. That did nothing. 3rd and goal from the 5. Cobb, yes. Hines is back up. Cobb for the touchdown. 31-14. 7:26 left. Now we are rolling. All right, defense, get a stop here pretty quick. Don't give up a touchdown pretty quick for all I care. I don't care. I just want the game. It's terrible user play. I'm really not trying to give up a touchdown, but it sure does look like it. We were there. 7-11. Ooch, you're there. Of course, doesn't matter. Aaron's always getting killed in coverage. Third and 4. Come on, Bone. Screen pass. Run stop. They get 3 though. These injury timeouts are killing me, man. We get a few more. 3rd and 5. Play action on the draw. Here we go. Here we go. 4th and 5. 34. They get 5 wide. I got another lineman at tight end right now. Holy crap. He's running a route. He's throwing the ball to him. We got O-linemen converting 4th downs against us. Look at 62 with the knee braces on out wide. It's ridiculous. Yes, thank you. There we go, Hawkins. Solid. Why do we just leave them? I understand the zone coverage, but nobody's there. I just don't get it. Leave your zone and go guard somebody. Not even leaving your zone. It's just following a guy out of your zone. RPO short. 2nd goal from like the 1-inch line. Touchdown, Hawaii. (31-21), 10-point lead, 3:30 left. We just run the ball. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Please, 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 please. Thank you. Got away with it. Got away with it. 3:30 left. Itself, it's the last drive of your career. Lead us to victory here in the LA Bowl. Cut back. 3rd inches. I say that like it's not Washington's last drive too. First down. Man, first down, right? First and 10 from the 30. 2:52 left. They got 2 timeouts left. They're starting to use their timeouts. There we go. First down to the 17. I really don't want to score again. I just want to take the rest of the time off the clock, but I don't think we have enough space. That's their last timeout. Still got the 2-minute warning still. We have to run 2 plays before that. Unless I somehow make this a 5-second play. We're at the 1. Will they give me the 2-minute warning? Does it really matter? I'm going to save a second. Or not even. I mean, Theoretically, yes, they should give me a 2-minute warning, but I have gotten a delay game when the clock's been like this before, so I'll run a play. Touchdown. Should have waited a little bit longer so that whatever the clock was whenever I scored, it would have been a 2-minute warning, but we got an extra play. Whatever. 38-21. We're going to win the LA Bowl here. And we got 12-20. I've taken the dogs out. I meant to put the backups in, but that's all right. Maybe if we get force an incomplete pass or something, because they're going to be in the hurry up. Force them out of bounds, too. Coaching, massive backups. We're up 17 with 2 minutes to go. Interesting play call. 3rd and 4, minute 59 left. Shot play. Knockdown. Yes, sir. 4th and 4. And we force a turnover on downs and nail this thing. Hit him as he threw. Picked. Yes, sir. Neighbors. That's a perfect end to season 4. Perfect end. Quincy Neighbors pick. That's it. I'll do it for this episode of the Army Black Knights localized content on YouTube. Localized _content on Twitch. We'll look at stats real quick before we finish it. But that's the end of season 4. Just like that. We're headed into season 5. Of course, we got to do the off season, finish our recruiting, but we got a pretty good recruiting class coming in next season. We're going to have some changes on offense. I might look at a new playbook. I already think I know what direction I'm looking ahead, but we're going to see what kind of team we'll have in year 5. I'm really disappointed about no college football playoff this year. Next year, will it be the one? I don't know. Ethan Washington in his final career game, 20 for 24, 200 yards, 3 passing touchdowns. On the ground, Self had a touchdown. Lawson had 100 yards and a touchdown himself. Receiving, Cobb had a touchdown. Times had a touchdown. Cotton had a touchdown. Cobb, Times, Cotton. Yes, sir. All right, that'll do it. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Localized content on YouTube, localized _content on Twitch. Army Black Knights. Season 4, bowl game, LA Bowl win over Hawaii. See you in the next one. Thanks.